The Strokes are one of the best bands in recent memory, and in preparation for their album tonight, I wanted to rank and grade the 6 albums in their discography from worst to best. Coming in last on number 6 is going to be their third album, First Impressions of the Earth, released in 2005. This is the longest Strokes album, and for me, it has the most amount of bloat to it. There's a few good songs in the beginning of this album I like You Only Live Once and Juicebox. But overall, I get the least amount of enjoyment out of this album compared to the rest of their catalog. I rate First Impressions of the Earth a 6 out of 10 and graded a D. Coming in at number 5 is gonna be their 4th album, Angles, released in 2011. There's some standout songs on this, like Under Cover of Darkness, Taken for a Fool, and Life is Simple in the Moonlight. Overall, it's a good album. There's some misses, but I think this is good. I rate Angles a 7 out of 10 and graded a C. Number 4 is gonna be their 5th album, Come Down Machine, released in 2013. This album gets a lot of hate, but I think this album is pretty good. I think One Way Trigger is a really good track, as well as Welcome to Japan, and Call It Fate, Call It Karma is probably the best outro track in their entire catalog. This album was pretty good in my opinion. Not perfect, but it's still pretty good. I rate Come Down Machine a 7 out of 10 and graded a C+. Number 3 is gonna be their 2nd album, Room on Fire, released in 2003. This album has some amazing songs on it, like Reptilia, obviously, which is one of the best Stroke songs, as well as Automatic Stop, Under Control, and 1251. I think there's a slight dip in quality past the first 4 tracks, but overall, I still think this is a great album. I rate Room on Fire an 8 out of 10 and graded a B. In second place is going to be their 6th album, The New Abnormal, released in 2020, and what a return to form by the Strokes. The Adults Are Talking, Selfless, as well as Ode to the Mets. Some of the best Stroke songs are on here, and this album is really, really great. I rate The New Abnormal an 8 out of 10 and graded a B+. And in first place for the best Strokes album had to be their first album and debut, Is This It, released in 2001. This album was a breath of fresh air for rock music, super unique, and the songs on this are incredible. Is This It, Someday, Last Night, Hard to Explain. Every song on this album is great, really phenomenal album. I rate Is This It a 9 out of 10 and grade it an A. I think out of the 6 albums in the Strokes catalog, 3 of them are classics, and you should check them out if you haven't already. Let's hope the album tonight is fire.